Okay, I'm back. I had a lot of technical stuff I had to do to do this. I hope. Let me see. Moderation helps. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I hope we get some people over here on my. Not sure what I'm going to call it. I'm going to change the name from like the Journeys of Scott Yates or something like that. So, but today the star of this show is my mother's place. Okay, I already took her around that way. Through there. For those who don't know, these are conch shells, and it's pronounced with a hard K at the end, not conch. Okay. People from Key West are called conchs. If you're born in Key West, you're called a conch. I was not born in Key West, but I'm a conch in heart because I spent so much time there as a child. Doesn't look safe, but that swing is actually pretty good. Sat there with my mom the other day. Don't really like the way the chains are digging into that tree with no protection. It's not really nice to the tree. But I love the gnomes. I don't know if this thing is functional. I guess it is. Please use only eyes, phase, or spies. That's interesting. Never saw that before. What is that? It's not a coconut. I mean, that's a coconut, but okay. I thought there was something growing out of the coconut. Boy, it's hard to believe how much things have changed since I was a child growing up here 58 years ago, 57 years ago. I came to live here when I was 3 years old. Oh, 58. I'm 61 now, so. Back then, this was a wide open yard with two palm trees, one here and one over there. My mom had a squirrel living here that she was just starting to get to take peanuts from her hand and coming up close to her, and then tragedy struck a couple days ago. She found him without a head. Some cat had gotten to him. It's one thing I don't condone, letting cats out to kill birds and small animals. I mean, unless they're a wild cat like my cat. She used to eat well, she doesn't do it anymore, but everything she caught. Be nothing left but a tail. But my cat's half wild cat. So. Now look at this dragon fruit. And I've got some dragon fruit in front of my house, but this makes my dragon fruit look like a little baby. I mean, just look at this thing. By the way, if you've never tasted dragon fruit, it kind of tastes like paper to me. Has no flavor at all. I don't like it. It's probably really healthy for you though, but just I don't like it. Here's another ficus. And when you walk through here, well, you can't really get through here to get to Mom's backyard. Technically, That's on the neighbor's yard, and the neighbor's the neighbor's property. But they're the same. These are the family of the same people who've lived here for 60 years. Look at that shell. It's a fluted conch. If it's is it real? Oh no, it's plastic. It's plastic. But they get like that. But yeah, so you'll see over here, in order to get to my mom's backyard, you have to come onto the neighbor's property. And when you get back here, it looks like you're stepping into a Angkor Wat. I mean, in another 50 years, this tree is going to take over the house. Already you got the roots taking over here. The other day. Oh, I forgot about my internet. Hold on. Am I on? Yeah. Okay, I'm connected. Am I still live? Can I get a thumbs up if I'm still live? So yeah, look at this thing, man. Absolutely massive. And hopefully a hurricane won't blow it into the house. Caution, trick gnome. I don't know how many of these trees I can actually name these plants. So here's a philodendron. This is a broadleaf philodendron. And this was not here when I grew up here. It's new. Those are new. Here's a plant that you see these. Can you see these spikes? And they're not real bad. They're kind of soft. But when I was a kid, I fell into one of these things and scared the hell out of me. I thought I was going to get all tore up, but actually it wasn't that bad. It used to scare me though, those plants. More of Mom's decorations. This is actually the garage, which then became my bedroom for a long time. Well, seemed like a long time, a couple of years. It's the first time I've seen this painting. My mom has a friend who's an artist who did all the art that adorns the walls inside her house, and someone quite amazing. So this is the split leaf philodendron. And this one is new. You can tell by how small it is. So let me come over and show you the original split leaf philodendron that just kept walking and walking and walking and coming out of its original home. So you can see how big this is. And by the way, these are native to Thailand, and I've seen them about 5 times as big as this in the jungle. Just absolutely enormous when they're allowed to grow in their natural habitat with the year-round warmth and humidity. They get absolutely enormous. But this used to be just a couple of these snake-like roots all the way back in the corner. That's where it started. Back about 12 feet away. And it just keeps moving forward. Look how these vines are just strangling that tree. I want to say this is like a Chinese cherry tree is what they call it or something like that. I don't remember. My nephew Andre cut down all these big logs you see right here. He just cut these down from here. This was a bad tree. It was rotten and it was leaning from the past hurricanes, and it was going to take out the electric cables here. So it was my suggestion to cut it down, and Andre did all the work. By the way, unbelievably, he did all this cutting with an electric chainsaw that's only about 12 inches long. And it's electric, tiny, tiny little thing. Can't believe he did that. Here's the Florida room. See if Mom even notices I'm here. A lot of Catholic iconography in this house. Mom loves her Virgin Mary and her Jesus and her Pope, which is all good. Another day in paradise. I'm surprised her dogs haven't started barking at me yet. I didn't understand my mom when she first started having this fascination and love of fairies. In fact, I discouraged it because she was telling my little nieces and nephews that fairies are real. And at that time, my limiting belief system would not allow me to consider the possibility that indeed there are fairies living among us. I want to climb that tree, but I'm afraid of getting hurt. I'm too old for broken bones. Back in the day, we just had these 4-foot high chain link fences. And you could talk to your neighbor over the fence. You could see everything they were doing. There was no privacy fences. Everybody was very friendly and neighborly. Well, not everybody. I remember figuring... So, you guys remember, you've seen them, the chain link fences that have, like, they form little squares, right? Like that. And at one side, where the chain links come together, it's nice and smooth, and you could easily, as a kid, jump over it. They were friendly. You could lean on them. But on the other side, they're these sharp prongs, like that. And they're sharp. And so if you put that side up, then it made it more hostile to anybody trying to come to your people. If you had the sharp ends up, you were mean people. Or fearful people. Not friendly. So, I mean, you could see, you could come back here and walk around and see something new every time. I feel like. Not to mention the plants. I'd love to identify all the plants. Let's see if Mom's okay to go say hello. And I'll show you the menagerie. Oh, there's a squirrel. See, she said that they're... I don't know how she knows the one that she liked died. There he is. Oh, wow. I remember when this tree was planted. Holy cow, look at this thing. Oh, I gotta get another view of that from far away. That is such a cool tree. I remember seeing that thing growing, thinking, what's it gonna look like when it's like full grown? Taller than the house now. Wow. That's what I mean. I've walked by this tree a bunch of times and I'm just now seeing it for the first time. Prepare yourself for some loud barking, but it'll stop soon. Hello? It's Scott. Alright, hey. I'm gonna come in and let the dog settle for a second, okay? I'm live streaming not on my big channel, but on my home channel.
Oh, okay.
And right now the camera's on me, nobody can see around. Is it okay with you?
Take it, boy.
Okay.
I want to be called the Fairy Lord.
Oh my God, what's that? There's a wild robot. This is the first time I've seen one of these. What is that? Holy cow. Okay, my internet switched off for a minute. So hi Mom, say this is, like I said, this is the home channel, so it's not like thousands of people can see
Well, I
this.
couldn't care less.
Okay, anyways. So I just did a whole tour around the front and backyard. And now I want to show them. I can't do all this in one day, but
At first, when you were standing there with your hat on,
you thought I was.
Right to my throat.
Yeah, you thought I was dead. I want to show people the art in here because of how good it is, and I'm pretty critical of art. Let me see if I can read some of the comments here. Wow, love the knickknacks and stuff. Beautiful, so cool. Live is still on, I was wondering. I have a special garden for wee folks. Somebody else has, Rosebud says she has a special garden for fairies.
My favorite one is her.
The one who's looking through the...
Yeah, her name is Willow.
Okay, so this is Willow. Now, this was my father's bedroom when he was alive. Mom and Dad had their own space, and this was my father's. Of course, that didn't look like. But the idea is, what's your name, Mom? Willow?
Willow.
Willow is looking through the wall into my father's room. And see the dogs. All you got to do is just ignore the dogs, Mom, and they settle right down.
Yeah, they do.
And they know me now.
That's what I told you.
It's Mom's.
They're getting better.
One of Mom's altars. And you put fruit here, Mom. You know, that's a very Thai thing to do.
Yeah, it's also a Cuban thing to do.
I didn't
See right
think about that. Mm-hmm.
The pumpkin is to help you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
yes. Through Shannon, she told me how to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's scary. That would be scary.
Everybody's scared of her.
Yeah, she's.
No,
I mean,
that's Jade.
well, I mean, look. The thing with fairies is they're pranksters, and
Yeah,
they
she
you
is.
can't.
That's her.
They will mess with you.
That's her. Take
Now,
it into my
how
my
do,
wicked room.
okay? I just want to show you because this one, and I want to examine this one a little closer because it reminded me of the priestess. So I have to look at my cards again, but the high priestess has her feet on the moon like this. So there's some connection there.
Show my altar, boy.